What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the CeeLo's Film Club. We break down the biggest movie news and dive deep into the world of cinema. Yeah, guys, this is what I live for. We do have a lot of, DC and Marvel news that has been announced this last week. Very juicy news for both. We have, possible castings for roundups for castings for Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow. We all know the big bad is going to be Brainiac, and then also we do have leaks and a little bit of confirmation of of a character that's going to be showing up in Doomsday, and also of an actor that's going to be showing up in Secret Wars. But yeah, there's still speculation and rumors. Some of this is confirmed. Some of this isn't fully confirmed, and I'm very excited to talk about this, guys. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Turn on your notification so you guys do not miss a beat on any of the movie news, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna be talking about DC first. We'll give DC first a little bit of love. So today we're gonna be talking about DC and Marvel, but DC is going to go first. I'm going to knock out DC. I'm going to get to the Marvel stuff at the end because I feel like the Marvel stuff is a little bit juicier and a little bit of speculation. So we're going to start off with DC first. So as we know, guys, James Gunn has confirmed that Brainiac is going to be the main villain of Superman Man of Tomorrow. Superman is pretty much a team up with Lex Luthor and Superman. Not saying they're going to be best buddies, which I totally doubted, but this is going to be a team up, and I think this is set to release in July 2027. But so we already had an idea that he was going to be what's it called, the big baddie, just because of what he had posted when he first announced the title to the Superman sequel. It was that the script, The Man of Tomorrow, and in front of it had the anatomy of a brain inside of like a human head. And we right away all knew it was going to be Brainiac. We didn't know 100%, but we pretty much had an idea it was going to be Brainiac. But I've been doing my rounds on YouTube and, kind of checking my social media lately. And I guess that, if we know our famous Grace Grandoff, she does covers a lot of stuff in the film industry. She has a lot of insiders and has a lot of stuff right, but also has had a lot of stuff incorrect. So take what I'm going to tell you with a grain of salt, but I do think that that a lot of this is correct. So she posted on her X, and she also did a whole video on YouTube. You can go on Grace Grandoff. You can literally just go on YouTube, search Grace Grandoff, and put Man of Tomorrow Brainiac casting. I'm pretty sure it pops up, but we'll cover some of it here. Pretty much he went on X and posted this. I hear one of these actors have tested for Brainiac, and it would make me so happy if he got it, but they are still auditioning more actors. Can you guess which one? And she posted 3 actors. The 3 actors are David Hyde Pierce, Wallace Shawn, and Clace Bang. But she hasn't really which one out of the 3 it is. If just by looking at these guys, I don't really know much about them. I've seen Clace Bang in random stuff, and I can't remember what, but he looks more of the part. I think at the end of the day, they're gonna go based off eyes and voice because, of course, of acting, but look wise, because Brainiac is gonna be covered from head to toe, all green with the suit. I think he looks up to par. There was a rumor going around that Dave Bautista was auditioning for Brainiac. I'll be honest, I wouldn't really love that, but we shall see, guys. What do you guys think about this casting rumors for Brainiac? And yeah, guys, this is a casting rumors for Brainiac from Grace Grandoff. So what I'm telling you guys right now, take it with a grain of salt, though, because you never know. This might be just something that she was told by somebody, and that person got it incorrect. But she has gotten a lot of stuff correct. But let's move on to the next topic, guys, because we do have some rumors from casting and stuff. If you guys don't know, Nexus Point is a website. They've gotten a lot of stuff correct. So there's more rumors of Man of Tomorrow casting. So right now, I'm gonna look this up right now, guys, on nexuspoint.com. Pretty much is saying that that they have been casting for a female role, and they want this female to be edgy and tall. A lot of people are speculating Wonder Woman, but first let me read what the actual Nexus Point post on their website has to say, what it says, and it will kind of depict it from there. So I'm gonna scroll down nexuspointnews.com. As announced last week, DC's is currently casting Brainiac, which we just talked about. And I think they are doing those casting that Grace Randolph said. The lead villain of The Man of Tomorrow is in addition, a new female role is being cast to join the film. So sources tell Nexus Point News that a female hero is being casted for the film. She's described as being in her late 20s and having an edge to her. What's interesting is there's a height requirement for this character, and they're looking for a taller actress. In addition, the character is being described as being a warrior, having a strong physique. All details point to a character of being Wonder Woman, a character that has been highly requested by fans making their DCU debut. Other potential candidates for this mystery character could be Big Barda or Black Canary. I'll be honest, I don't think it's Big Barda or Black Canary. I do think it might be Wonder Woman, guys. I know there's a lot of feelings behind this because I really do want to see big characters now. I know we've seen Peacemaker already, Guy Gardner, we've seen Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, but I think it's time for James Gunn to bring out the big guns because we've only seen Superman. We haven't seen Superman. I mean, we haven't seen Batman. We haven't seen Wonder Woman. No Aquaman, no Cyborg, none of the main Green Lanterns yet. So I think it's time for him to bring out the big guns. But I will tell you guys this though. This is like what we just saw with Batman v Superman. We saw Wonder Woman show up in the this. It's not necessarily a sequel for Superman, Batman v Superman, but it is the second installment of that universe, the DCEU, and this is the second installment of the DCU. So I do have kind of feelings. I'm like, all right, so this kind of feeling the same way as the last DCU, with a different story, of course. But we are seeing Wonder Woman. I do think this is going to be Wonder Woman. I think Supergirl shows up because it's not necessarily to my knowledge, it's not necessarily a straight up sequel. It is the second part, I think, for the story of Superman and Lex Luthor. But we shall see, guys. I'm not too sure. I would love to see, actual confirmation once they get the casting done. It's once these people start casting, right? They start casting for actors and actresses in these big roles, and they pretty much sign on the dotted line. They pretty much, release it to the press because it's hard to keep it under wraps. Marvel is really good at doing it, but even them, they cannot keep anything under wraps. So I do think they're going to be casting for a Wonder Woman, especially a warrior physique. I don't think it's going to be Black Canary or Big Barda. But I do think it's going to be Wonder Woman. But we shall see, guys. I'm not sure about the taller actress part because that's all. You can make someone look taller in a film with shoes, just perception when it comes to films, kind of placing them a little bit more behind. I'm not too sure, guys. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think about this mystery casting for this actress for the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow? Do you guys think is Wonder Woman, and who would you cast as Wonder Woman? There's two things I'm going to talk to you guys about: the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Secret Wars, and Doomsday. So I'm going to talk about the very first thing. So the very first thing I'm going to be talking to you guys about, it's going to be, Sadie Sinks is going to be joining the Secret Wars film. She is going to be, it's confirmed, guys. So she is going to be coming in Secret Wars, but we still don't know what character she's going to be. We all know she's going to show up in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but I'm going to read you guys what I've been seeing all online, but I'm going to read you guys from IGN.com. So it's pretty much saying Stranger Things star Sadie Sinks reportedly set for Avengers Secret Wars, fueling fresh speculations around her mysterious Spider-Man Brand New Day role. Sadie Sinks will reportedly reprise her top secret upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day role in Avengers Secret Wars. That's according to Deadline, which noted that the Stranger Things star would begin shooting 2027 Avengers blockbuster later next year. There's currently no suggesting Sync will appear in Avengers Doomsday. The revelation that Sync will return in Secret Wars has sparked a fresh wave of speculation around who she's really playing. Marvel has kept their character identity firmly under wraps and seems happy to let debate rage over the various possibilities, with fans mostly split between a portrayal of fresh villains or a new love interest for Tom Holland's Peter Parker's. I think there's a lot of top candidates for Singh's role, includes X-Men character Jean Grey, cosmic villains I can't say this name, Shathra, Punisher Alley, Rachel Cole, Alves, and even Mayday Parker, which is I think Tobey Maguire and Peter Parker and um, Mary Jane's daughter. The daughter of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I think that's what they're they're hinting at. Today's report Sings will reprise the role in Secret Wars seem to have nudged fan towards that latter. I'll be honest, guys. I honestly don't know who she's gonna play. No idea. I think it can be any of these people. If I'm being 100% honest, but I also don't know if it really is because there is a lot of there's a lot of possibilities she can be. She can even be someone as like Spider Woman, you know, uh, anyone she can be. To be honest, she can be anyone. She could be Jean Grey, but I don't know why she would show up in Brand New Day. But it is confirmed as Sadie Sinks becoming part of the Secret Wars. Maybe she's working next to Doomsday, or she's part of the bad guys. Because I do think Secret Wars is gonna be like an X-Men versus kind of Avengers type of style. But we shall see, guys. But who do you guys think that Sadie Sinks character is in Brand New Day and Secret Wars? And leave your comments down below. All right, guys. And for a very last topic, we're going to be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We do have some confirmation. I think this is a confirmation of who's going to be joining, Avengers Doomsday, and none other than Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man himself. This is coming to you guys from ScreenRant.com. Tobey Maguire returned as Spider-Man in New Avengers Doomsday. At MCU art, Doomsday MCU art. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man comes back in Avengers Doomsday. Art that shows how exciting the Marvel Cinematic movie can get. After starring in 3 Spider-Man movies, Maguire finally returned to the role of Peter Parker in 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home. The project is easily one of the best movies in the MCU and a box office hit, which made $1 billion. Spider-Man No Way Home grossed nearly $2 billion worldwide, showing how fans were interested in more from Maguire and Andrew Garfield's version of Spider-Man. While the 2 characters were not announced for the cast of Avengers Doomsday, Tom Holland was also absent. Now exciting Avengers movie art images of one of 3 live action Spider-Man's returning for Avengers Doomsday. Let's see. On Instagram, artist Spider Monkey XX I sure what Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's return Avengers Doomsday could look like. I'm not sure who this guy is, to be honest. But the fan art for the upcoming movie features Maskless Spider-Man. Okay. So, I mean, I guess it has been confirmed. I've actually heard a lot of, YouTube channels like the John Campus Show. Everyone's talking about it. And I do think this is I think this is going to be true. I think he's going to show up. I don't think Tom Holland is going to show up because I think they're going to do something in Doomsday with a lot of the X-Men OG characters, and a lot of older characters are going to be showing up like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And I think it is going to, and I think it's going to have somewhat of that feel to it. So I don't think they're gonna have new X-Men in this one, but I think in Secret Wars they're gonna have newer X-Men. I think that's when Sadie Singh's character comes into play. But I'm not sure what she's doing in the Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if you guys can kind of help me out with that, with whatever comic books you guys have read, that would definitely help. You think he can be working for Doomsday? Maybe they have his child maybe they have his child kidnapped. I don't know, dude. That would be kind of crazy. I'm not too sure, guys. We do have a lot of characters in Doomsday. A lot of the the MCU Avengers going to be showing up. Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. But we have known that he was in, I think it was London around the same time. They saw pictures of him in London around the same time that they were shooting Avenger Doomsday. So take that what you want and roll with it if you want. But the exact same thing, he was in a shooting where they were shooting Spider-Man on No Way Home. He was in the exact same city, and he ended up being in that film, guys. But yeah, that is it for our movie news for today. We have a lot of good stuff, DC and Marvel stuff. This is what I live for, guys. I cover a lot of movie stuff, but DC and Marvel I usually always covering. So just make sure, guys, hit the like and subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and guys, thank you guys for subscribing on my channel, listening to my video today. Let me know what you guys think about the movie news that we talked to you guys about today. But that would be all for today, guys. I will see you guys next time. Peace.